healthy families to educating a nation. I'm excited today to have our ladies from Pinkdrive here. I've got Debbie and also Nora from Pinkdrive here to care about our community, literally. They've got their first mobile mammography center out there, also an educational center that's traveling around South Africa with the aim of course, giving us information about breast cancer, but also to help us with early detection. Debbie and Nora, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
You are mammographers. When we hear that word, you know, we're so scared to talk about our breasts and about caring for them. Debbie, let's start with you. What does mammography and the role of mammography play in early detection of breast cancer?
A mammogram can pick up breast cancer very early. In fact, it can pick up breast tissue changes 2 years before there's any clinical signs.
Wow.
And the importance of early detection is you want to find breast cancer in its early stage when it's still treatable. Also, breast cancer is one of those cancers that if found early, it can be survived.
It's usually something that you think it won't happen to me. I heard of a case last week where a lady was sitting in my meeting and she says, you know what, she preaches breast cancer awareness all the time. She went for her mammography and she's positive. I mean, what do we look out for? What are the symptoms?
Okay, the following clinical signs that I will mention can be associated with breast cancer, but it's not to say if you see one of them that you now do have breast cancer. An easy way of remembering what to look out for is spell the word breast. So the B would be for a bump or lump in the breast.
Sure.
R, redness or rash around the nipple that looks like eczema. E, excretion or discharge from the nipples. A, any abnormality. S, an increase or decrease in size of the breast, also a sudden inverted nipple. And T, any tension or dimpling of the breast tissue. Do your self-examination monthly. By doing that, you're going to get used to what your breast tissue feel like because everyone's is different. And if you do pick up something, report it to the doctor immediately, especially those lumps that is not painful.
Oh, the way you speak about it makes me excited. You see, we should know our bodies and know what it's all about. What are the myths around mammograms?
Some of the myths are that if you have an annual mammogram, that you're exposed to high doses of radiation, which is not true. Mammography equipment uses very low dose radiation, and it is far more dangerous to have a breast cancer go undetected and untreated than having your annual mammogram. Also, some ladies believe that if there's no family history, they don't need a mammogram. Literature states that 80% of all women diagnosed with breast cancer had no family history.
Sure.
And we've had this experience with a pilot study that we did in 3 clinics in the Helderberg area between February 2011 and August 2012. We did 2,732 mammograms with our mobile units. Of that, 26 were diagnosed with breast cancer, and of the 26 patients, 80% had no family history.
Sure.
Then another thing is, a lot of women put off mammography because they have this fear of there will be pain involved. There will be a bit of discomfort when you're having a mammogram because of the compression we give. The compression is important. It spreads out the breast tissue, and we certainly don't want to miss anything by breast tissue obscuring anything. So it is good to go for your mammogram.
Nora, welcome to the show. I mean, before this, I said to you, how old do we have to be? You recommended an age. Tell me about that. I mean, how old does one have to be to go for your first mammogram?
Well, the recommended age is 40. And the reason for that is because at the age of 40, most women's breast tissue has turned into fat. And you're smiling,
I know, I'm
Lana,
smiling
but
big.
this is true. And when we look at a mammogram, fat is black and cancers is white, so it's easy to detect. But that doesn't mean that you cannot go for a mammogram earlier than that. Obviously, the conditions that Debbie just spoke about, if you notice any of that, and you go to the doctor. If you're younger than the age of 40, then they will start off with an ultrasound, and depending on what they find on the ultrasound, they will then recommend a mammogram if it's necessary to do so. Because some of the youngest patients that we've seen is 24 years that have been diagnosed with breast cancer, and multiple cancers, not just in the one side of the breast, but in both breasts. So ultrasound is helpful for the younger breast, but it does not replace mammography. It's still the gold standard. It's the only modality in radiology that picks up breast cancers at a very early stage.
It's exciting to have both of you here. Thank you. Pinkdrive also have a few other things under their wing or umbrella, and they make sure that their mobile tracks reaches all our ladies in communities and across South Africa. Nora and Debbie, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Wow, you can find out more about this, well, later on today, every Friday at 3 o'clock, Doctor's Orders, literally on your TV screens on SABC3, and you can make sure that you find out more about the Pinkdrive. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.